Welcome to episode 37. I invite you to come with me on a journey through hell. Let's get started.
According to our archives, there was once a Xenon presence hereabouts in the network. I wonder what befell them.
Oh, is that so? Then we were quite lucky that our systems were not connected directly to a Xenon stronghold. There is no way we would have survived, given the state of our military.
Now, see if you can locate the inactive gate in this system.
Be careful. Take great care when navigating. We must honor our word and avoid the cock. You will also need to be cautious of the region's other hazards. I recommend that you stick close to the asteroids. They seem to be an exceptional indicator of where your ship will not be harmed.
Okay then. So straight ahead, cock installation, as you can see. And off to the right, another one. And there's these vertical looking rock formations like this and that look very much like what you find in the Matrix sectors. This part of the mission is very tricky because essentially everything in Sanctuary of Darkness is a radiation hazard except for the red areas where asteroids are. So you have to follow the asteroids to get to the other gate. The problem with that is it's very hard to see. There's lots of fog, I guess, or whatever you call it, some kind of gas, and it's easy to lose which direction you're facing relative to the map, and you can't actually see these sectors when you're flying or when you're steering, because I don't have any steering control. So you just have to be real careful because oh great.
Protector.
Yeah, this is a problem. See, that never happened last time I went through here. Alright, so let's try this again. I'm going to use a guidance just to get started.
Assistant, perhaps locating the jump gate would be easier if you were to use your ship's long-range scanner.
I'm just avoiding the cock at the moment, Bozo, thanks. Yeah, that guy. There's the jump gate. I'm off course. I have to correct.
Danger. Hazardous region detected.
Yeah, the passageway is real narrow. Real narrow. But here we are.
There it is. Approach the jump gate nacelle. Try to get a reading.
Looks like the cock has not pursued me. That's good.
Each jump gate has two pairs of nacelles. They act as caches for storing operational data, among many other things. We're still not very familiar with this technology, or who created it, but Thanks to recent scientific advancements, we are able to make sense of some of the information that we are retrieving. It seems apparent that some of the data likely represents the coordinates of other jump gates. Whether this means that these gates were connected in the distant past is mere conjecture. Perhaps the builders had reasons unknown to us for certain gates to hold, special compatibility. The vast majority of the data in these caches remains a vexing mystery to us all. You are in range. Activate your ship's scan mode now.
Establishing connection. Accessing cache.
Everything we can access from this facility. Move on to the one on the opposite side. You are in range. Activate your ship's scan mode now. Yes, some of this data looks rather promising. I'm forwarding all of this to our science team as we speak.
Oh my! I'm picking up a worrisome fluctuation in energy signatures.
Danger.
It looks like we're in for a fight.
Forager. Oh, damn it. Forager. Oh, critical.
It's not good. So you'll notice that my objective is to survive. I just have to survive, but the difficulty is two factors. First is that your Mako is not set up to survive a fight with these three foragers. Even though forager is like the easiest calc to defeat, they still can take out a Mako together, which because Mako is really not very strong. The second problem is that if you flee, you have to flee in the right direction. If you just pick a direction and jet off, you're going to die to radiation very fast. From here, you can see that the valid directions are pretty much to go this way or to go this way. If you head off into the black areas here, you're not going to make it. You just get killed. So it's quite challenging. I mean, you can outrun them, but you have to go in the right direction. Okay, so this is the direction I picked. Let's see if I can... survive here. Okay, so I've already gone off course. I got to go more to the left. which is correct, but I think I'm in the danger zone, which is not good.
Danger. Hazardous region detected. Hull damaged.
How very impressive. Commendable. You went to extraordinary lengths to avoid violence, regardless of the imminent danger.
Our science team has poured over the data that Neela T was able to lift from the cache. While we have not yet completed our examination of the Sanctuary of Darkness cache, it is quite obviously the most promising of the gates.
Despite the additional challenges the Ka'ak will represent.
More dangerous, perhaps. But I'm afraid that things are not going well in Ocean of Fantasy either. The system's planet is devastated and completely uninhabitable.
Perhaps, once the provinces have re-established their economy, they can attempt some terraforming. For now, this expedition needs you to map out safe passage for a larger fleet to navigate through Sanctuary of Darkness. You can use nav beacons to determine an appropriate route.
Just stay clear of the Ka'ak installations.
Yeah, that's easier said than done. So you can see that I'm still being chased. And I barely made it out of there alive. I'm down to what it looks like 40% hull. And getting through this passage while you're being chased is extremely hard because you can't actually see visually where the valid zone is. There's no asteroids there. So you can't just follow an asteroid trail. That doesn't work. You have to use the map here. Very frustrating. So now I have to find my way back down here, which isn't as hard. What I'll do is just kind of go off a little to the right because I don't want to get into this area here.
Just stay clear of the Ka'ak installations. And other hazardous regions, obviously. For a better overview of the task in hand, do not hesitate to consult the map.
Last order cannot be completed.
Man.
Danger.
Awaiting orders.
Alright, I think I've got away from being chased. So I'm just going to hop out and repair real quick and then start this next phase.
You know, for the longest time, the community of planets thought the Ka'ak had been eradicated by their joint efforts. Recent attacks on solitary miners, and now this, prove this notion was overly optimistic.
I can't tell you how irritating it is that the game has characters like Bozo who just randomly toss a monologue at you when you're in the middle of something where you might get attacked or it might be potentially dangerous. The timing on things just, sometimes it's awful.
Docking granted.
Right, now, when you're doing this part of the mission, it's extremely important to understand how it works. You have to deploy nav beacons. I'm being targeted. Okay, so if you're being targeted by Cock, that makes it even harder because you have to have precise
Awaiting
positioning
orders.
of your nav beacons. From here, you can see where the start jump gate is, and you have to deploy the first nav beacon inside the circle of the previous nav beacon, which in this case is the jump gate. If you deploy your nav beacon outside of the circle, it will look like it's connecting, but it isn't connected. And the game doesn't tell you, at least it didn't when it first came out, I am curious now what will happen if I did that. You have to change your radar mode to, from, if you have it in the 3D view like this one, you want to change it to top down, which will help you see the edge. Alright, so there's the jump gate. And now we want to fly in this direction. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Oh, I'm in the wrong direction. I'm supposed to...
Forager.
You know what? I'm going to take this forager out. There's only one, so it's not that hard. If you try to take out 3 at a time, it's a lot of it. It's a lot more difficult. Alright. Starting over again. From the jump gate, you want to go this way. I'm going to deliberately go too far so that they won't connect properly, just to see what the game does. Because when Kingdom End first came out, a few months ago, this part was very broken. Alright. Nav beacon deployed successfully. Now you'll notice yeah, there's no indication that you did it right or not. No indication at all. I think I did it wrong. I deployed it too far out. Let's go right around here. Now I know for sure that this shouldn't work. At least if I tried to do this when the DLC first came out, it wouldn't work, because if I'm deploying it outside of the range like this, yeah, see, there's nothing telling me if I've even done anything wrong, much less what I've done wrong. But I think these are wrong. Now, you'll notice that I've deployed between these two is too far apart. It's too far apart. Everything's too far apart. But the lines make it look like they're connected, don't they? Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens if I go up here. Maybe to the left. Like right about here. Stop. Stop, stop, stop. If I deploy one here, now it's super unclear. It makes it look like we have a connection through here, 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 and maybe here, but not to the original gate. Which, again, the mission absolutely does not tell you how to do what you're supposed to do. I might take a little damage here. We'll see. No, looks like I'm okay. So for anyone who's thinking maybe they screwed up or whatever, you would put one down here, and now it shows absolute confusion. No clue what's going on. This is not a well-designed mission. In reality, I think the remaining circles show invalid beacons, and the whole thing becomes a confusing mess. The only thing that you can do for sure is to start at one of the gates, probably this one, and just make your way along the route to get to the final gate and put nav beacons inside the range of the previous nav beacon. The line between them is meaningless. It doesn't this doesn't say anything. So I'm just going to quick clean up and try to do it right. All right.
Awaiting orders.
Yeah, this time I've got... you can see that it's starting at the destination gate, which I think is probably... Well, that might be the way it requires you to do it, which means, of course, that you have to actually fly back to that first and then start placing nav beacons down this direction. Before I had both of them, where it showed this one and it showed this one. So I'm not actually sure. Maybe if I put a nav beacon down at the jump gate here first, that will help. But again, this mission is so incredibly poorly made with absolutely no instructions on how to do it that you just have to guess on what you're supposed to do. I will try this one first. In fact, let's just make a quick save here. All right. And I'll drop a nav beacon right here. Aha. Okay, so it did accept that. So when you drop the nav beacon, everything goes away and it recalculates the route to see if you've done the whole thing correctly. Now, you have to fly pretty much right here on the inside of the ring and then deploy the next nav beacon there. If you deploy it on the outside, it won't connect. So watch your position very carefully on the map. Make adjustments accordingly. Come to a stop. Before the edge, deploy the next beacon. Watch the map. It recalculates.
Danger.
I'm not sure that worked. And again, there's no indication at all if it worked or not.
Empty space.
You can put down a guidance beacon or a guidance marker here and then just get rid of it when you get close to it and it'll go back to the way it was going. I'll show you what I mean in a second. So we're pretty close, so you just get rid of it. It brings back the other view. So this should be a good place to put the next one. Again, no indication if you've done it right. Let's go here. Oh, great. I hate that asteroid. There's no warning. You just run into it. So we put one down here. Check the map.
Danger.
So I think that the mission goes on a no news is good news situation where there's no circles showing the previous ones. I think the circles mean it's not connected, even if it shows a line. It's very, very badly designed. Really, it is. Incredibly unintuitive. Alright. Here's the
Empty
next spot.
space.
Another one here. Check the map. There we are. Now we just got to connect. You know what? I might have to put 2 down. Because they're not touching.
Empty space.
As long as I have to. I don't know how many they gave me on the Mako.
Danger.
Alright, well this is close enough. So what you do is put down the next one. You kidding me? I can't believe it. They didn't give me enough beacons to do this.
Docking granted.
Ooh, I just got notified that a V came into the gauntlet. We're going to want to do a live stream on that right now. Why are they not shooting at the V? They're not shooting at it. Why aren't they shooting at it? That makes no sense at all. Holy shit.
Entering system. Heretics end.
What? Now they are. Suddenly they're firing. What? Alright, so I think the only thing that's prudent for me to do at this point is to load the most recent save. Alright, let's see where I left off. I saved it when... yeah, I saved it here. Alright, so I am back at the start where I am just about to lay down the beacons from the beginning. And I swear, sometimes I swear this game deliberately...
Danger.
tries to make you as frustrated as you can be. It's incredible. All but the most patient person, and I've got a lot of patience. I can see a lot of people flipping the table for what this game puts you through. It's worth it. It's amazing, but it is incredibly frustrating sometimes. Like, why did I get here and then believe that I was out of beacons? And then I went over to buy more beacons, and I had 5 left in the ship. Why wasn't deploying them? Huh. Anyways, deploying a beacon. Look at the map. It calculates. And I think it's telling me that you have to put beacons down between this one and this one to connect them. I think that's what it's telling me. But you have to do it within the circle. So let's go here. Again.
Danger.
Put down another one. And I think it's saying that it's okay from here to here to here, but then keep putting down more. Now before I do that, this V is coming for headquarters, which is okay. But I'm questioning now whether out of sector works on the gauntlet, because what happened a few minutes ago was this V came through and it wasn't being attacked. I watched on the live stream, it just wasn't being attacked. So when I teleported to the base, all of a sudden it worked.
Empty space.
That does have me concerned. Here we are. Now we have to go here. And then put one down here. Well, it looks good so far. I think I did it wrong though. I think you're you're not supposed to cut through here. This is the wrong way. I think you're supposed to go maybe up here and then over. I'm going to save first just in case I'm wrong. I'm going to go here. Yeah, I think I've been trying to go through this little shortcut here, which is wrong. Probably. All right, let's see what happens. No. See, okay, so I think what the mission's telling me is that because these two circles are showing, they're too far apart. But there's nothing at all that literally tells you that, which means I have to go, like, right here. Okay, see? Now I've just got the two circles, which says everything is correct between the path, but that's what's left to do. Let's check up on that V real quick. It looks like it's... it's shown up. Alright, so... Oh, shit. Why is the V way the hell here? Oh, come on. Don't make me reload.
End.
So it looks like my gate, well, somehow the V materialized on the wrong side of the gate. I'm going to reload again because this is fucked up. Okay. So that's all correct. Now it's time to check on the V, which is right here. Now, I'm going to preemptively teleport to the gauntlet, because I want this whole thing to be loaded in sector when the V shows
system.
up.
Heretics end.
Oh, that's a shame. I don't get a view of the actual gauntlet from here. That would actually be pretty cool. I wonder why... That's sad. So I have to use external view. See, this time it showed up in a much more optimal place.
V.
And the gauntlet just annihilated it. So I don't care. I mean, there's going to be plenty more Xenon, and we'll get to see the gauntlet doing its thing in spectacular fashion in the future. For now, I just got to get back to Boron stuff.
Mako. Entering
Mako.
system. Sanctuary
It's pronounced
of darkness.
Mako. Alright. I'm going to fly to this position. Looks good. Now just fly, I guess, here. I honestly don't know how long Egosoft intended for the players to struggle with this mission, but part of me suspects that they never intended for this to be quick. Like I think they wanted you to really take a while to figure it out, which is unfortunate.
Protector.
It's unfortunate only in the sense that it's just a non-stop series of frustrations. Like straying outside of this narrow corridor equals death, so you have to fight incoming cock in the corridor while placing beacons down in precise locations. It's just a mess. Go.
Danger.
At this point, I can go anywhere in this area and finish, I'm pretty sure. Alright, so you can see at last I've got the 2 circles which are telling me, hey, you still have to draw a line between the 2, and that's done by simply going like this. And now it should calculate the entire thing.
Yes, it looks like you have found a route. Nicely done, Explorer.
Hmm.
Everyone, move in. The expedition shall now establish a scientific outpost. This may be the beginning of a most fruitful phase in our journey together.
Yep. So I'm just going to hang out at the gate for a moment. Looks like my freighters are done, which means that I can still queue up some more stuff for them if I want to. They need more hull parts and 5600 Claytronics. Okay. Oh, and by the way, you can take this miner that you found and just fix it up at this wharf. You can't really do it at the non-boron wharfs because of the engine. I can't remember if I mentioned it, but I brought the Sin here because I want it to be available for the big fight. That's going to be a lot more fun than the first time I tried it, where I died like 7 or 8 times.
We have established a perimeter around the inactive jump gate. Now we are commencing the construction of an outpost. Do not elevate your hopes quite yet. Experimentation shall begin soon, but jump gate technology is very alien and highly volatile. We do not know for certain whether we can ever successfully force a connection, particularly without real-time coordination with our Kingdom counterparts. Nonetheless, we have an ideal candidate gate for experimentation. The Alliance of the Word has an obligation to our cousins in Kingdom to try our utmost. These technological marvels have eluded our understanding to date. Something about the interfaces remains stubbornly out of reach. The final spark. In any case, Explorer, congratulations. You have performed your part, and you have done so unimpeachably. We will keep you updated on our progress in the coming years. And, if fate wills it, you might one day find your name in the annals of the great explorers and scientists.
Yeah. So, Numankrat basically says, well, we'll let you know in the coming years how this goes. I'm not sure when they built all this stuff around the jump gate. I was basically sitting there while they did it, but I wasn't looking, so I don't know if you ever get to see it being built or if it just appears. At this point, I think you either have to... No, it's not a mission offer. You get your emails, progress report, second draft, jump gates.
Assistant!
There we go, there we
You
go.
must forgive my absence in your most recent exploratory endeavors. It is just... I have been somewhat preoccupied with my own observations. When did Numankaret say the Alliance of the Word plans to conclude their experiments?
Well, the expedition leader did suggest that he would keep us up to date over the coming years.
What? Years, you say? That is... Oh my, that is rather disappointing. I had hoped to contribute to their experiments right away. Well, since you are already running errands in boron space, would you mind assisting me in my personal research? Ever since my tentacles first grasped the scientific equipment in this research installation, I have been utterly fascinated by the Great Reef Nebula. Not even that pesky Sagaris Pioneers vessel could divert my focus for long. You see, I have identified several neutron stars. Magnetars, in fact, which pulse in an oddly specific way. One could be an anomaly. Two might be a coincidence, but I have already identified a potential third. I need you to verify my observations, independently. To that end, I have compiled a list of positions in Great Reef that I need you to visit. Please do forgive me if I appear somewhat excitable. There is a chance that this could point to a discovery of immeasurable significance.
Oso Tar has informed me of your exciting plans. You must let me accompany you. In fact, I will not before you and after. The Alliance is in the midst of their preparations. I have to say, the deluge of scientific jargon leaves me cold. I much prefer action.
All right. Let's do it. I could have done all of that a lot quicker, probably, and made the video a lot shorter, probably, if I had wanted, but I felt it was valuable to show many of you who might be struggling with this particular leg of the Boron story what you have to do when you get to Sanctuary of Darkness, because the game, I tell ya, he goes soft. There's just no appropriate words to describe how frustrating that is. So if you can relate to what I just showed, then I hope this video helps somebody get through this awful mission. Until next time, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.